asustar a los nuevos. Me voy en verano y necesito que alguien pueda sustituirme.
Si hubiese algún joven y educado caballero con tu apellido.
¿Por qué seguís insistiendo en que contrate a mi hijo?
Conoce el secreto de este lugar.
Ser guarda nocturno no es sencillo.
¿Cuándo has fastidiado tú algo?
Talking about the original movie, when Night at the Museum came out, you were like 5 or 6 years old. So what did you know about the original movie before this one, and how did it influence your performance?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up watching the movies. I can't remember a time where there wasn't Night at the Museum. So it was a joy when I found out that they were making the animated thing. But honestly, I was super nervous because I'd never done any voiceover animation, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing here. But the director was so wonderful and lovely, and they coached me through it all, and it was a blast. I mean, it was so much fun. I lost my voice just about every recording session because there was a lot of screaming and a lot of strange noises I had to make. But yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, it's no surprise they chose you, having in count all your successful with Disney before. So I don't know if you feel like you are a modern Disney boy or that the audience may see you like that, but how are you living this Disney impulse in your career, and what advantages or precautions you may have with it, with this tag?
It's crazy. I mean, I grew up going to Disneyland like once a month with my family. Disney was always such a huge part of my life, and so to be working with Disney on High School Musical and Better Than Ever and at the museum, it's really wonderful, and I love all the people there at Disney, and they've been so good to me. So I wouldn't trade it for the world, and I'd love to see what happens next.
And you're also carrying at the same time your career in music and in TV films like other young mates such as Harry Styles, Taylor Swift. So would you like to keep this balance in your career, or is there any field between music and fiction that you may feel more comfortable or more focused on?
Yeah, to me, I try to align myself with projects that have purpose. So whatever that means, if that's music, if that is acting, whatever that looks like, I try and I do things that I would have needed when I was 8 years old or whatever age, and so I can't give you a straight answer there, but I'm just going to continue to do both and sort of let the path take me where it will. It's like when I'm not filming, I'm working on music until I get a call, and then I'm going to film, so I'm doing it all, and until I can't anymore, I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah, and I guess talking about your music in your songs, it's like more easy to be exposed, talking about your own life. But how vulnerable you feel when you work in TV and films? I mean, how much of Joshua Bassett can we see in your roles?
Yeah, I mean, I think I try and put everything into it. It's obviously, I'm playing a character when it's TV and film, but at the same time, I think every actor's job is to find the ways in which it's true for you. And so even if something isn't true or hasn't happened to me, I try and make it real for me. And so then you get sort of the reaction that you would get if it really happened. And it's almost like psychological abuse kind of to yourself, because you're putting yourself through all these scenarios, and as far as your body knows, you're actually experiencing them. And so, in a way it is real. But I just try and put my heart and soul into everything that I do, and make it as honest and authentic as possible. And I think that's all you can really do. Like that's kind of the whole thing. So for me, it's like if I say a line and it doesn't feel true and it doesn't resonate, I'm like, can I try that again? I need to do it until it feels like I'm telling the truth. So I'm, it's an interesting like balance. But then again, with music, my lyrics, I just try to write as honestly as I can. And so, I think truth is universal. And so when I find a script where it is very honest, then it resonates with me anyway. And so I just try to make it real for me. I don't know if that made any sense, but...
Yeah, totally. And as you said before, this is your first time as a voice actor, but it's not your first time as an actor, and neither is your first time working, in a studio with your voice, as you do with your songs. So in which ways your previous works as an actor and as a singer may have helped you facing this new challenge as a voice actor?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because it's the marriage between the two. It's like acting and the voice recording, you know, and ultimately it's like, you know, again, it comes down to the sort of same thing of like making it feel true, and whether I'm singing a song, whether I'm speaking lines in a voiceover or acting, like I said before a couple times, it's like, how do I make this feel real? And so, you know, I don't know how else to answer that question other than I think it all sort of helps each other, and you know, I'm just figuring it all out as I go. But I'm telling you, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm totally faking this whole thing. So.
So would you like to repeat as a voice actor, or what other challenge in TV or cinema do you still have to try?
Yeah, I would love to do more voiceover. I love the freedom, and specifically in this project, they gave me a lot of room to kind of improvise. I'm curious how much of what I added will make it in, but there were times where I would just improvise something and they'd be like, we're changing the script so that makes sense, and we're adding that in. And I'm like, that's great. So I love to play, but you know, I also would love to do more serious roles. You know, Breaking Bad is like one of my favorite shows of all time, and so doing stuff that's a little more gritty and can sort of show off a different side of my acting is definitely a dream. But you know, we'll see what's next, one day at a time, you know.
Parece que esto está lleno de trampas.
Y ahora sácame de aquí.
Sácame de aquí, por favor. Así es como lo dicen los niños grandes.